Welcome back, my horde. This podcast is coming out late. And yeah, let's go into lots of weird little things. First and foremost, you probably have noticed that I posted 2 videos and then stopped posting videos. I don't know if it's mild depression or procrastination or the mixture of the two. Because, knowing that once I post these videos, I have to make more. And just not wanting to put in the time and effort to do it or what. But it's just becoming so freaking hard to post a video. I want to do them. But then every time I think about doing them, it's just my brain, I guess, maybe overthinks things. There's just so many goddamn things going through my head. Because I know that one of the other problems that I'm having is the fact that, I'm afraid that I'm going to be playing the game and just not know what to say.
Yeah.
Or I will be, recording and something will go wrong and I'll just basically not want to play anymore. And it's just all that going through my head at the exact same time. It's just incredible amount of stuff going through my head. I'm on Twitch a lot after most days except for the weekend mostly. We're on Twitch after freaking I want to say numbers, but then I'm thinking about the stuff that I'm usually on after 11 when Tammy goes to sleep. But I'm thinking about the concept that Tammy may have been thinking about going on here soon. But then that's just spontaneous times. It's
yeah.
We go on Monday, Tuesday, every week. And then Friday, Saturday, bi-weekly now because we have people that want to roleplay. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of weird little adjustments with that too. And then next week, Tammy starts coming home earlier.
Yay.
So because Tammy starts coming home earlier, we may start doing more stuff because then you get
extra
half an hour. Yeah. And it may not feel like much, but basically what's happening is at work, she has an hour-long lunch, this week. She's had it since she started working there, unpaid, of course, but the company is thinking about just lowering that to half-an-hour lunches and then giving them half an hour off early.
Yeah. I really want that shirt to come in now. I'm having so much fun. Because that just feels like my mood as of recent.
Yeah, I know. 2021 has been really weird for us in general. We've been trying to progress with certain things, but it's just and things are going good on one end of the spectrum. On the other end, it's things are just going, we're not wanting to do anything but the good stuff. We moved into this office, and, we had to pull a bunch of the stuff out of this office. It's sitting in my living room. It needs to be organized. It needs to be gone through. Some stuff needs to be thrown away. Some stuff needs to be donated. Some stuff needs to be reorganized. But just the thought of doing that, just every time I thought about doing that, I'm just no. We had to clean this room. Because we cleaned most of it. But there was a couple of things that were here and there. It wasn't even that much. It was 30 minutes of work, tops?
Something like that, yeah.
And it was just we had to do the 30 minutes of work, and I literally looked at Tammy and went, I don't think I can mentally do this. Just moving one thing from one spot to another spot just boggled my mind. I just did not want to do with it.
Yeah, and then...
Tammy just was I said something that Tammy hates when I say, and basically just the fact that, because I got mad at something and I just had a mild outburst, and I can't remember what even I said, but afterwards I was fuck man, I'm just a piece of shit. And I went and sat down. And she came back to me. She's like, "You're not a piece of shit. I'll do this. Just help when I need your help." I'm like, "Okay." So she took the reins and started doing it.
Which I've been told is something that I do. I initiate. I say, let's put, foot to ass. Let's get this going.
And yeah, it was just like, that was the biggest thing. It's just like, while I was doing it, I went to go move one thing from one spot to another spot. That's all I had to do. But it was just like that one spot I need to then clean a little bit. And it's just my brain was like, now you have to start over here, and you have to start over here. And it's just, that's basically the biggest problem with cleaning for us, is the fact that we're not hoarders at all. But we have not a lot of space to put extra stuff. Like, our place is, we either have too much stuff or our place is too small. And with the stuff that I have, I'm going with the concept that our place is just too small, especially with like this room. Like, this room needed to sadly be about 3 feet longer.
Yeah,
and we would have been fine.
If it was 3 feet longer, then you would have been on this side. I would have been on my L-shaped desk, and then that would have been fine. But because of size limitations, I can't have my rolling chair in here. I pretty much sit on the futon, and then if I have to play for extended periods of time on my computer, I will shuffle the whole futon forward, because trying to squeeze into a folding chair it's really tight and it's uncomfortable after a while. So
so there's that, and it's not like we're gonna move anytime soon. This place costs well under what market, like every other place in the city cost. Like, give you example, we pay $8.25 for just the place for rent. And most places in town are $200 to $300 more.
Yeah, minimum for the same square footage or size type.
Some even smaller.
Yeah.
And any places that aren't that price are like, getting in them is impossible. Like, I think Chris pays more than us, and he's in freaking a townhouse.
Yeah, he's in a 3-floor townhouse. He has
but it has roughly about the same amount, except for the basement.
Yeah.
The basement is his saving grace, but he rarely uses that.
Yeah. That would have been, if we had something similar, then that would have been our storage area.
Yeah.
And we would have been able to have room to spread it out, go through it, and have piles of donate trash and keep.
But it's going to be slow, but yeah, we have to do it. We actually may have to do it within the next 2 weeks or so.
We just have to go through it a little bit at a time. We can't just be like, okay, it has to all get done today, because that would literally, I think, break both of us.
Yeah. But I think that maybe when we're doing it, we have to probably start doing it where, like, for the next 2 or 3 weeks, we have to probably start doing it. But because of that, if I can get my butt together, I'm thinking about switching up how we're going to be recording anyway, and doing it where I record just one whole show, and like basically like weekly, just put out like 1 or 2 shows, maybe 3. So like, instead of having it where I have, what was it, like 4?
I think you were juggling
6?
4 to 6 of them at a time.
6. Instead of having 6 going, just having half that going, and just putting it out daily. If I were to do that, the 3 I would be working on would be the 3 that have been making me the most happy, and apparently the audience the most happy, which is the one with you, Thames.
The Yggdrasil one?
Yeah. And then the other one would be the one with Might and Magic. And the other one would be the one that I haven't started yet. Because I still want to do that in February. Which is the YouTube one. So, hopefully I can start getting that going. Like I said, I do stuff on Twitch. And the reason I think Twitch is so much easier for me is because I'm just playing a game. I don't have to edit. I don't have to worry about, like, you know, if this part's boring, I have to cut that out. Or, like, you know, trying to make it entertaining and hope that I don't, you know, like... I noticed that because no one's really watching me, I don't have to talk.
Yeah, so if there's 20 minutes of silence from you, then it's not as detrimental. But, I mean, to be fair, there are times where you're just quiet because you're listening to what's happening in the story.
No, that's yeah. But no, the other thing is, like you're saying, is, like, I don't have to just ramble about whatever's happening. Like, I could just, like, play the game, and if someone talks to me or whatever, I can then talk back.
Yeah, it's more interactive for you.
When I was playing, I play sometimes on Mondays and Tuesdays. I play with Chris, Jay, and Tammy, and then just Chris and Jay after Tammy goes to bed. But when we're playing, like, I can just talk about stuff. It's a lot of the time that the biggest problem is the fact that when they go silent, because then I can't just say weird shit like I normally do. But yeah. And then, yeah, I have to go into that as well. I know that in March, April, Chris wants to play a game together. He wanted to play it earlier, but I was telling him that maybe we should wait because he's going to go for surgery here soon. And if he goes for surgery and we're halfway through the game and he doesn't want to play the game for 2 weeks to a month, then we run into that problem where it happens like all the other shows that we've done.
Yeah.
Where he has to take time off for whatever reason. And we never get back to it.
Yeah.
And then Jay was saying something about maybe after he's done... he's working on a private, like a solo, I guess the word I'm looking for, Minecraft thing. And then there's... When he was talking about that, he was talking about... I was telling him how I kind of wish that, you know, we would all play Minecraft on the PC. Like, with mods and stuff. It's like something I wanted to do, but... You know, for a long time, but I've never had a computer that could actually handle it and stuff like that. So I don't know when that's going to happen because that may not happen until next year. Because I would like to get another computer before we do that. It's one of my biggest problems right now. Is because I do need a better computer.
Yeah, something with a little more oomph to it.
Yeah. Like, this computer does everything I'm doing fine. But then it runs into the problem where, like, I'm streaming with it. Playing Raft, for example. Raft is on the freaking lowest difficulty. And my game is... It's lagging.
Your lowest visual settings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I turned mine down, even though mine doesn't necessarily need it. But to also be fair, the laptop that we purchased... from a friend is a gaming laptop, so it has all like that high-end stuff.
Yeah.
But to make it easier on everything, I just turn everything down.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's like the thing. It's like the fact that, like, with me, it's like I want to get something where I can do that.
Yeah.
So if it works out, that I don't think I'll be able to get it till next year. But I probably can get it next year. I think we really can get it next year. Like, things are going well for us. They're just not, like, the problem, like I said, is that things are going good. Like, when I'm not complaining, I shouldn't be depressed. It's just, I think the problem is that every time I think about actually making more content, it's all this time and effort. And I'm like, oh, why am I even fucking bothering? And it just starts getting to that kind of mindset.
Yeah, you pretty much go from, I want to make more content, aka I want to play a game, but then your brain goes into overthinking it where you're like, well, if I make more content, then I have to edit more content, and then I have to post it, and I have to, you know, you have to monitor all of that, so your brain kind of goes into overdrive. I know, because it happens to me sometimes, mostly at work. For me.
Well, like with the editing and stuff like that, it's like one of my biggest thing when I'm thinking about it all. It's just there is like I said, there's a bunch of things that are all affecting. If it was like one or two, I think I could probably still do it. But because there's like feels like there's like 12 or 13 different things, my brain was just like I'm just starting to shut down.
Yeah.
Which is sad because, like I said, I really am enjoying those ones, but I'll see what happens. Tammy and I are also starting back role playing with our one friend. We're gonna start doing vampire stuff.
It's exciting.
Again. See, the other thing with that is like the fact that with certain things like that, I want you to start drawing things. Me and Tammy have talked about this before. When we're doing certain things, I want her to draw certain things that we're doing. And then she goes, yeah, we should really do that. And then again, it runs into the same problem where it's like, when do I do this? Because, it's not going to take me, like her, using hers, like me's for the next little bit. It's not going to take me too long to do it. And then it's like an hour and a half later and, you're almost done. And then, it's like, oh, well, now I'm done this one. I have to draw another 3.
Yeah. I get overwhelmed like that where, like, I find that's what happens is I like starting projects because I'm like, that's a good idea, and then I get to pretty much like 85-ish% done and I'm like, and I'm done. I feel like I've spent too much time on this.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, and unfinished. I do that with pretty much what feels like everything.
Because, like, I had suggested, with the campaign that we do with our D&D campaign that we do, I had suggested that Tammy draw the characters as we progress. And Tammy's like, yeah, that sounds like a cool idea, because then I could just draw one base model, save it on my tablet, post it for YouTube, and then put that picture back onto my... Like, put that picture into my art thing and then make a new picture where I change their clothing each time.
By adding layers and stuff.
Yeah, and it would be a different video each time. I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. And she hasn't done it, but it's also like, she hasn't even touched her tablet in almost a week.
Yeah, it's just...
Like, she comes home and, like, like I said, like, I'm not arguing here. I'm on your side. Because, like... she comes home and we're like, okay, like, you're home now, we can, like, do stuff. Should we watch a show? We watch another show. Like, Mondays and Tuesdays, we usually are playing stuff. So it's like, she comes home, we eat dinner, we watch a show or two, and then it's like, basically, we play video games all day, which is perfectly fine. But then Wednesday, Thursday, come around, and basically, we just watch shows. It's like, what was it? Sunday, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was Sunday. We were like, okay, we're going to clean up some stuff. So we cleaned up a bit. And then I'm like, Tammy? She's like, yeah, what's up? I'm like, we have to stop cleaning. She's like, okay. I'm like, because it's 10:30. And you have to start getting ready for bed. Like... It was just like within a small amount of time. I think it was also another one where we were watching a show. I think that was Saturday. We were watching a show, like watching a couple shows, and I'm like, Tam? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, are we going to stream tonight? She's like, why? I'm like, because it's already 8:30. She's like, and she just like started making that noise. I'm like, so that's a no? She's like, yeah, I guess not. I'm like, okay. But it's just like, those things come up. It's like, kind of just one of those things where it's like we could play a game and stream, or we could just watch a show.
And it just feels like there's times where you need a bit of a veggie break where you just kind of relax your brain from creation and just watch and get inspired by other stuff.
But yeah, it's kind of thing. But yeah, we've been playing the things that I have been streaming has been Raft with Tammy, Jay, and Chris. we have been playing Minecraft with Jay and Chris. I've been playing Minecraft with Jay and Chris. Sometimes Tammy joins in if Jay or Chris don't feel like playing Raft. Or if they don't show up for whatever reason.
And I fish.
Yeah. You really need to get those achievements. I really was trying to get you some achievements. You just didn't actually hang out with me because there's a bunch of achievements you can get.
Well, I was pretty sure that I got a bunch of them already.
No, you haven't got any of these because I hadn't got them.
Oh, okay, whatever.
So there's like 4, I think, that you can get. But that's okay. Yeah, 4 for sure. Then when I'm playing by myself, I play Cyberpunk 2077. And then Tammy and me are playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Fridays and Saturdays every other week. Which we either have to hardcore push that, or we're going to start streaming Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Stream all the time. Because
the concept that in 14 days or something like that, I think it's what it was, fucking Werewolf the Apocalypse comes out.
You're funny.
Is it less?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it a week?
As of posting this, about a week. Yeah.
About a week? Okay. Yeah.
Releases on the 4th.
Oh, it was the 4th? I thought it was some reason it was like the 11th.
The 4th. I checked.
Okay. So, yeah, we're really going to be wanting to play that as well. And so either we're going to have to not play Assassin's Creed, because there's no way we're going to be able to beat Assassin's Creed.
No, we're like still in the Wii stages. And we've already got like 60 hours under our belts. Yeah. You more because I played and fished for you.
Yeah. Which I didn't even actually think about checking to see if it actually was an achievement.
What, fishing?
Yeah, getting all the fishes and stuff. I think there was. I think there was one for getting all the fishes. So I think you have to fish for all different types of fish.
Yeah. It's just, I knew you needed certain fish. So I was like, this has a variety of fish.
And then the other thing is like, once we're done Raft, we already have a game lined up for us to play as a group. And I'm wanting to play that game so fucking bad. That's why I'm so mad that we didn't play Raft on Tuesday. Drake Hollow.
Okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Because I also know we were trying to also play Anthem.
Yeah, there's lots of other games, but if we're going to be sticking with a Raft kind of theme...
Yeah, like a builder survival style.
Yeah. Well, going back to that, it's like, we were talking about with the group about the fact that, like, we have a tendency to, when we're playing games, we have a tendency where we'll play a game for, like, a week or two and then stop playing it. And it's just because, like, somebody doesn't feel like playing it that day. And then we're like, okay, well, what game do you want to play? And we switch games. Raft has been, like, kind of the biggest thing is, like, Raft has been okayish because Chris is usually the biggest problem where he sometimes just wants to be very relaxed and chilled. And in Raft, he's basically our cook.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can't get really more any chill than that. You're sitting there watching stuff equivalently burn slowly.
So because of that, he can sit there and just play that part of the game.
And I like adventuring and,
But I really want to get off the PC because if we're on the Xbox, I can actually stream better.
Or record better.
Well,
it's not as taxing.
Yeah.
On your...
The recording actually doesn't seem to be a problem. I can record without an issue. It's the streaming because it's using more...
Yeah, it's using more CPU.
Yeah. It's just using more to move everything around. I think it's also... I think one of the reasons it's more times is because it's also taxing with the internet. Even though we have good internet. But it's... I'm pulling you guys data onto my computer and sending back my data, and then on top of that I'm doing the same with streaming. So it's basically like these two things sending out, plus I'm running the game, plus I'm running the the thing. And it's like all four of these things coinciding together. My computer just drops frames like a bitch. But if I'm just recording or, you know, whatever, that's losing 2 of the steps immediately.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm recording instead, but the recording program I have, I think, is a built-in one, so it's less taxing. And then on top of that, when I'm using my Xbox, it's even less stuff that's going through. So, you know, there's lots of little things like that. Anything else? I know that we're going to be trying to stream here in a bit. Actually, we're going to see if our one friend wants to call us, or the GM. Because if she wants to call us and talk to us about our characters, we'll do that instead of streaming. If she doesn't, then Tammy's probably going to start drawing, and I'm going to try completing Cyberpunk. I'm not sure what I'm going to be playing after Cyberpunk. There's a bunch of games I could play.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any games that I need to play. Like I said, the 3 games that I'm really looking forward to don't have release dates, so. Far Cry 6.
Yeah, because that got pushed back again, hey?
The last time I checked, yeah.
Yeah.
Far Cry 6, freaking Vampires Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and something else. I forgot what the other one was right now. But it also got pushed back, so. Which makes sense, you know, with 2020, most of 2020 being the fact that people actually thought this was going to end quickly. So because everyone thought it was going to end quickly, they just went home and didn't bring anything with them. And then halfway through 2020, people started realizing, no, this is not going to end quickly. And then decided that they need to bring stuff home.
Yeah, so they made it so that people would go pick up their things one at a time. And then they had to get that all set up at home and then make sure that their internet and stuff could handle it. And if it was too big to send over internet, then they had to, like, physically bring drives to other people who had to take the next steps. And, yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yeah. So because of that delay, a lot of games got delayed because of it. It makes sense. It does. You know, it is a hard fucking thing to do. Like, they all lost a couple months, and now they're... Because, like you said, everything's going to take a bit longer to move around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can't just have it all on one centralized server.
Yeah, where everyone can pull off of it. Instead, they have to either utilize cloud storage or do the
or have the server again, but have it be like, you know, accessing the internet, which is risky.
Mm-hmm. So... Fun. Not really, but unfortunately it's the hand we're dealt, and that's what we're kind of putting up with right now.
Yeah. No. So like I said, no, it's just one of those things where a lot of games do get delayed because of that. So. But anyway, I think that's it. There's something else you want to add?
Not really.
Okay. I have a message from someone. Oh, hey. It's Megan. So, our GM. So, I'm actually out of here now because I'm going to go talk to our GM. I'm going to go play, not tonight, of course, but I'm going to go play a Gangrel in freaking, Dark, or I guess it's not Dark, yeah, I guess it's pre-Dark Ages. Early hundreds AD with his twin brother, his identical twin brother, who's a White Howler werewolf. Alright, see you guys later. Hopefully you guys are all having fun. Bye, guys.